Jude the Dude here, and I hope you guys watched DC Fandome. It was amazing. If you're not sure what DC Fandome was, or is, still there's going to be one on September 13th. It was on August 22, it was a live DC Fandome. Like, all the fans were invited, free, and it showed a lot of trailers, a lot of exclusive clips, a lot of cast members, about any really DC thing. And I was there all 7 hours. So, I saw all of it, and it was absolutely phenomenal. It was amazing. And personally, my favorite part was the ending, because we got to see a trailer for the Batman, and oh my gosh, it looks incredible. Incredible. Like, when I first heard that Robert Pattinson was gonna be Batman, it's kind of like, oh, the Twilight guy, but now I'm like, oh, it's Batman, whenever I see Robert Pattinson. So, I cannot wait for this movie to come out, and, well, I am gonna have to wait, till 2021, I don't think I can, but I'll try. If you haven't watched the trailer, what are you doing? Go watch it. Don't watch this video yet. If you watch the trailer, then go back here, because this is a review of the trailer. Now, I'm going to have, since I said this was part 1 of reviewing DC Fandome, every episode of Jude the Dude, well, there will be 7 new episodes coming out, probably weekly, maybe, I don't know. I'm bad at keeping schedules, so just stay tuned, you'll see them. But, every once in a while I'll make a video. This DC Fandome will have 7 parts reviewing, well, maybe 8. Each reviewing a specific trailer. Today's Batman. Today's the Batman. Then will be tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Maybe I said weekly. Then after that would be Snyder Cut, Suicide Squad, Black Adam, and I feel like I'm missing Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and I think Gotham Knights. It might not be in that order, but I think that's all. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, yeah, maybe more. I don't know. And maybe 8 if I want to talk about the other stuff that happened at DC Fandom, which I probably will. But this is just the trailers. Then I'll talk about the other stuff. But back to what I need to talk about. What this review is about. The Batman. Let's just talk about the trailer. So, the trailer opens up with a DC logo, just like after one of them. I also noticed that they're using a lot of red for this Batman movie. Like, red shaded everywhere. So I think that's really cool. Batman in red, really, you never see it much, but I think it's cool. So, it opens up with the symbols, but you hear tape, like unrolling of tape, like. So, like, what's going on? So, the trailer opens up with a man covered up. His face is all covered up. He does have glasses, and this is most likely Riddler. Although it was not confirmed to be Riddler, it's Riddler. It's Riddler. It's obvious. It's so obvious. And the reason Riddler is using this tape is to cover up what is the mayor. They have announced that it is the mayor covering up the face. Riddler's covering up the face of the mayor with duct tape and writing on his face. I think do not lie or something. I think maybe, I don't know. I forgot. I've watched the trailer a lot too, so I don't know how I forgot that. I've probably watched it about 40 times now, so That's what you gotta go through to be a DC fan. It's not as easy as Marvel, I'll tell you that. But back to the trailer. So, you see that. Then, it's awesome music. The soundtrack looks amazing. It looks amazing. But there's awesome music starts playing. And you see a man walking in to the crime scene where the duct tape thing happened. He's walking in. And this is Commissioner Gordon. He's walking in. All the police are looking at him. But they're not looking at him. Behind him is Batman. You don't see Batman. You're like first-person view. But Batman walks into him. And then Commissioner Gordon goes over the crime scene and looks at the clues that Riddler left. Lots of riddles, like a card, and a lot of things, and James Gordon was reading them. You get to see James Gordon. At first, I was not sure about James Gordon, just like Robert Pattinson, the actor who plays James Gordon, but I actually like him. He fits the part a lot. He looks really good in the role, too. Yes. But, James Gordon reads the little note that, Riddler put out, to show everyone, and it says, to the Batman. Commissioner Gordon shows it to Batman and says, does this mean anything to you? And we get our first really, really, really good look at the Batsuit. And it looks so much better than it looked in the photos. I think it might be my favorite. I just knocked over my chair. I'm that excited. But I think it might be my favorite. Hello everyone. If I look different, that's because I did a cut in the middle of this video. So, I'm in a different place, I'm wearing a different shirt, and I got a haircut. The reason I cut was because I wanted to take a break, but I didn't catch up because I was too busy. So, yes, this is the continuation of the Batman video. So, let's get back to the video, I guess. It's weird, because I just cut, and so this is 2 days later since I filmed the original stuff. So, yeah, let's, go on with the video, I guess. Sounds weird. Before we get on, I do want to say that, when I filmed this, Chadwick Boseman was still alive. If you don't know, Chadwick Boseman was, the actor that played Black Panther, and I just want to give a, quick shout out, saying sorry for his death, and it's sad. So I guess get on with the Batman video. So, here we go. So, when I last left off, I believe I was talking about the scene where Commissioner Gordon is reading some of Riddler's, clues that he left, then showed, then he, said, Commissioner Gordon picked up a note that said, to the Batman, and said, does this mean anything to you, out loud? Then we see the first glimpse of the Batsuit. I don't know if I said this already, but the Batsuit looks amazing. Amazing. This could be the best Batman movie ever, or maybe it's the worst. I don't know. I already like him more than Batfleck. I mean, yeah. I was never much of a fan of Batfleck, but, I like that he's getting another chance in Flashpoint and Justice League. You know, so, that is very good. I like him. It's just kind of suit. I don't like a suit, but suit already looks better from what we've seen, but I don't know. Could be different. I don't know. But the suit's amazing. Just watch the trailer. I know I said that when I first recorded this, but watch the trailer. Don't watch this. Go watch the trailer, come back here. Just another reminder. But, so we get to see the suit, then it cuts out dramatically to who I believe is the mayor, a new mayor, since where it was confirmed that the person that Riddler killed was the mayor. And I believe this is some sort of mayor, some sort of politician in Gotham City. I am not sure who though. I am not. I think you can see Commissioner Gordon in the background, but he's just talking. I don't think you can hear what he's saying, though. I might be wrong, but he's talking like, and everybody's listening. It kind of reminds me of Tim Burton, like Penguin, how he goes out in those open stages. Gotham also did that a couple times too, but so Batman-y. Then we see that someone's watching him. Now, I mistake this for originally Riddler, but it's actually Batman who is watching them from his shadows. It looked, when they showed his face, kind of like evil, because the eyeshadow, I guess, and I thought it was Riddler for a second, but no, it is not the Riddler. It is Batman, and Batman was wearing a helmet, like a helmet that he will use for the half of the movie, going places, I think. So he's just watching the politician speak, and then he looks like he's about to drive off. So that's one scene covered, and then it moves on to a scene where we have, it looks to be right after, this happened, this last scene happened, but I could be wrong. But in the scene, we see that you're at some memorial, most likely for like a funeral for the guy that died, that Riddler did his little thing to. And then he, so Bruce is there, and then Riddler crashes the funeral and sends a car flying right into the church. I believe it's a church. I could be wrong, but it looks like a funeral. There's no proof, but that's just speculation. He sends a car flying in. A guy gets out of the... Well, first Bruce is there, and a kid is in the way. Bruce saves the kid out of the way. And by the way, Bruce is kind of emo. I like that. I mean, he's a guy that dresses as a bat every night, so you expect him to be a little weird. But so, emo Bruce saves the kid, and then looks up, because someone gets out of the car, and he looks like his mouth is covered up by tape, and on his chest is like a thing that says, "To Batman," and Robert Pattinson, who looks great as Bruce Wayne. It's just kind of, I wasn't expecting emo. It's like looking like confused, like, who is this man? Why does he want Batman, me, so much? So, yeah. Then we transfer to the scene, what was the next scene? I could be wrong, but I believe it shows Bruce on his bike to, go, in a cemetery. Now, a lot of people believe that the cemetery, like, where his mom and dad dies, his mom and dad's grave, could be the entrance to the Batcave. I actually really like that idea. I think, it could be an underground sewer. There could be one entrance in the cemetery, one in Wayne Manor, both leading to the same place, and I am actually really hyped for that. That's a really good idea, having it where it all started, parents' death. So I really like that. But that's still speculation, if that is true. All we know is that he goes past the cemetery, then it shows a scene with the Batcave, which that's pretty suspicious, but maybe Wayne Manor is by a cemetery. I have no idea. But that'd be cool if that was happening. So then he shows up in the Batcave, which is a still new Batcave, and it does look like a, new Batman cave. It looks like an abandoned subway. Like a subway. Like an abandoned train station. That's a better word. An abandoned train station. There's a bridge. I actually think it looks really cool if they just, like, because he is a starter Batman. He only has, like, a computer, a couple desks, suit holder. I think that's pretty awesome. But the Batcave isn't too much special. We also see the Bat bike in the background, and I believe later on we get to see the Batmobile. So when Batman goes to the Batcave, we also hear that Alfred is now saying in the background, well, probably not at that scene, just we hear his voice at that exact scene saying, "You've become a big star. Why does he want you so much?" Which, that has to be Alfred. There's no way it's not. Which, I'm actually excited to see Andy Serkis as Alfred. I believe it'd be very, very similar to what Gotham did with Alfred, which I'm excited for. So then, we see the Batcave, and transferred to another scene where we see that Catwoman Zoe. I don't know. I know her first name's Zoe. Well, it's not fully Catwoman yet. It's just like a bank robber. And we see that she is robbing what looks like to be the exact same place as the place that Riddler killed the man in. So, yes. He's robbing that. And I'm guessing, I think it's really cool because the Catwoman, she's not Catwoman yet, but you can kind of see like her little face mask is like forming ears, which I think that's really good foreshadowing. And Batman shows up, and then they have a fight, just like how they usually have a fight, where Batman is impressive and Catwoman is also impressive, and they're both like, he's pretty good, man. Which I'm excited to see that. Batman's suit looked actually really good in that scene. And then we see what looks to be like a what am I gonna say? Like a dealing area, like a holder cell thing, like a, I don't know what to say, like a coast, like a building where you store buildings and store stuff in buildings, you know. But it was outside, and we see that Batman is kind of looking at the building. We see Penguin look up. Well, what looks to be Penguin, I just got to talk about Penguin for a second. That does not look like Colin Farrell. And that is not confirmed to be Colin Farrell. But God, I hope that's Colin Farrell. Because that looks like maybe, I don't know, one of the most comic book accurate penguins we've ever seen. Which, penguins usually tend to be comic book accurate. Even though how dorky he looks. They're comic book accurate most of the time. Gotham's the only one that kind of screws away, but in the final it went all the way back. But we're not here to talk Gotham. His appearance, he looks nothing like Colin Farrell. Either that's a lot of makeup, or that's not him. But I think he looks dope. But we only get to see him for like 1.5 seconds. So he just looks up. Most likely looking at Batman. And you can see that he's got scratches all over his face. No monocle, but maybe he'll get that. But still, that's not confirmed to be Penguin. But I hope it is. And then, everybody, then, wait, what am I saying? That's what we see of that scene. Then we see that their Penguin, well, we actually see a little glimpse of Penguin and his goons shooting at something, which has to be Batman, but I think you only see that trick for 1 second. Like, shorter than the thing, but you can barely see that. I don't know if I'm going in the right order, but hopefully I am. The scenes. Then we get to see, this trailer was actually pretty filled with a lot of stuff, even though the movie is only 20% filmed, which I think that's amazing. If the trailer's that good, just think about the movie. I don't know. Maybe the movie's horrible. Hopefully it's not. But we see, and I think this might be my favorite scene in the trailer. We see A lot of thugs, similar to Joker goons, which everyone points out that they all have Joker. That could happen, but I am not interested to see a Joker right now. I feel like it's more of a sequel thing. I want to focus on Riddler since he hasn't been focused on that much, because not many people watch Gotham, and Jim Carrey is mostly hated, which I actually really like Jim Carrey's interpretation, even though Corey Michael Smith, Gotham, is my favorite Riddler. But hopefully, this one does good too. What was I saying? Shoot. Oh, the Joker goons. That could be Joker, like a little foreshadowing. I don't know, but could be Riddler goons. It's some goon, but they have Joker similar faces. I don't know. Nothing's confirmed on that side. And then they see Batman, and they're like, "Who are you?" All of them are. Well, this one says, "Who are you?" And then he runs over to Batman trying to attack him. And this is awesome. Batman, like, grabs his arm, hits, and hits. And maybe a couple more times. I like this. This scene is really good. You can tell that this Batman is new. He's not well-tuned yet. He's still edgy, emo, as I said. And we get to see that he beats up this guy, and the faces of those goons. You can see a tear coming out of one of their guys' eyes, which I think that's amazing directing. That if you can make a guy tear like out of like a million of people, that's great directing from Matt Reeves. And then again, this is only part 1 of fandom. Next, we're probably talking about Snyder Cut, okay? And that'll be like in a week right now, since I'm starting school, and you won't get us episodes that quick, even though you never got episodes that quick. Even though it doesn't take that long. Anyway, then we see, this is when the trailer gets, like, hyped up. We see, Batman's Batmobile, which I really like. It's clean, it's slick, it goes where we get to see it stirred up, rush out of there, which I really like that. We get to see it in battle, like, crushing boxes. It really reminds me of BVS, Batman vs. Superman, but I don't know. It, like, crashed through some boxes, and then we see Penguin again, like, very quick, like, "Who is this guy?" And shooting back, which I believe that's Penguin. Although, not confirmed. I'm just gonna say that again. And I also got to talk to the Batman suit in that punching suit. It looks like a really good suit there. Especially the rain, everything, just really good. Oh, I forgot about something, dang it. When he beats him up, he goes down on his knees, kind of, and says, "I am vengeance." That is amazing. I am vengeance. One of the many quotes you hear of Batman, which usually follow up with, "I am the Knight. I am Batman." Which, that's epic. That is beautiful. Just wow. What I would like to see is, later on in the movie, someone asks him again what his name was. He says, "I am the Knight." Then one final battle with the Riddler. "Who are you?" "I'm Batman." That would be amazing. That would be awesome. We see the Batmobile, and then we see, Batman, grappling up, we see, Commissioner Gordon pounding Batman on the GCPD, which they probably have some troubles with. Then we see Batman escaping the GCPD, like, going up, which really reminds me of Tim Burton, like, grappling up. And there has actually been a lot of speculation that the Court of Owls is in this photo, which it does seem likely, because we get to see a guy with sort of a Court of Owls look, which, if they're just spread out in the movie, that's really good. That is a really good idea. Which I'm all in for the Court of Owls. I like the comic. I can't wait. And then we see Batman rising up against the goons, about to beat the goons. And then we see the Batman 2020. And then we get to see one more thing, which shows Robert Pattinson taking off his bat mask with the eyeshadow. Because if you're unaware, the eyeshadow has always been a big part of Batman. How he takes off his mask and there's no eyeshadow, but when he has the mask on, there's eyeshadow. So now, finally, you see the eyeshadow. And then he takes it off, and then Riddler, he's looking at a screen with possibly a riddle, saying, "You're part of this too." And Robert Pattinson says, "How am I part of this?" Then, coming soon. Still in making. So, that's all I have to say about Batman. Next episode, you will get me talking about review of part 2 of DC Fandome, and let's see you guys later. I am Vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Jude the Dude. Goodbye, fellow nerds.